Mental health is just as important, if not more important, than your physical health because everything starts with your mind. I'm going to share with you guys my personal story in relation to mental health, as well as its relation to the pandemic and how we can all be a little more self-aware about mental health. Stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. I'm ToyaRenee. This is ToyaRenee Talks. If you're new around here, welcome. So let's just start by saying I feel like a lot of people want to label mental health for something that it really is not. So for example, people would say, oh, well, she's just like crazy, or he's just acting out, when really that's not the case. The case is that they're sick, they have an illness, just like cancer or heart disease or anything else that you would see physically, the effects of. The difference with mental health is that people don't realize that it's an actual illness. It's not something that you can just brush off like, well, they're acting out or they're crazy or whatever. And really that's very insulting when it's something that people are really trying to get through and they're really battling. Now, I did say that I was going to share my personal mental health story, so here it is. When I was 12 years old, I realized that I had a diagnosis that wasn't known as far as what was really happening to me. But from the age of 12 to the age of 19, I really struggled with finding out what was the problem or what was happening to me. Eventually, I received my diagnosis, and since then I've been thriving and doing so well. But the reason that I have been doing so well is because I took the time to take care of myself and I got help. I think that's something that's so important that we all need to understand and not be ashamed of. That getting help is not something that we should be ashamed of, something that we should be embarrassed about. If you think about it, if you were sick, right, and you were just, say for example, throwing up constantly or going to the bathroom constantly and you didn't know what was wrong with you, you'd go to the doctor, right? It's the same thing with mental health. You cannot just brush it off as something that, oh, well, it's not really affecting me, when truly it is. And I feel it's so important to just not be ashamed, to let it be known. For a long time, I have to admit, I was kind of embarrassed to tell people about what was going on with me because I feel like they would judge me or they would say, well, she's making it up or whatever. But really, we have to remember that this is a real illness. This is really something that affects people, from depression to bipolar to schizophrenia. There are so many things under the umbrella of mental health that we need to start talking about it like the real illnesses and the real concern that it actually is. Let's talk a little bit about this pandemic. So this pandemic has affected people in so many different ways, from financial to physical to mental to emotional. All of these things, it has caused so much damage and so much harm to us as human beings. That being said, we need to approach mental health in a special way when it comes to the pandemic. We need to be able to check on our friends, check on our family members, really dive in and see how they're doing, because I know with just mental health in general, it can be very isolating and you can feel very alone. It's important to remember, and this is coming from someone who has struggled with mental health issues myself. Luckily, right now, as I said, I'm doing very well because I've gotten the help that I need, the medication that I need, and I talk to a therapist regularly. So it helps me to thrive and move forward and proceed with everyday life as normal as possible. So speaking from my own experience, please do not hesitate to get help, especially in a pandemic when it's so easy to feel alone. It's so easy to feel that you have no one and nowhere to turn to, when that is definitely not the case. There are so many resources out there that can help you. And if you just need to talk to someone, talk to someone. Talk to someone that you trust and that you know will be able to help you, bring you out of a dark place or a place that you feel unfamiliar with, or that you feel that you're not being who you can or should be. I'm so passionate about this because I've been there. I've walked in those shoes and I've lived that life, and I still have my days where I feel like it's hard, but I definitely do what I'm supposed to do. I take the medication I'm supposed to take. I talk to who I have to talk to, and I'm honest with them. And I think that's important as well, is to be honest with yourself. How are you really feeling? How is this day really going for you? And how can you make this the best that you can make it? I think if you want to take anything out of this video, anything that would help you at all, it's to remember to get help when you need it. Don't let the pandemic stop you from doing what you have to do. You can and will be successful in life. You just have to make sure you're listening to your own body and be in tune with your own body when you need the help that you need. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope it helps someone out there to not be afraid to talk about mental health and this pandemic and what it's doing to you and how you can get through it. And I hope that it does help you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What are you going through? Are you struggling with mental health? If so, please talk to me. And if not in this chat, as far as on YouTube, you can DM me, send me a direct message on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. I'm on all three. And I really would like to communicate with you guys and hope you're doing well. Thank you so much once again for watching. I love all of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.